Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we're actually going to be talking about Hong Kong and China. Now, if you are familiar with this, there is a pro-democracy movement going on in Hong Kong to keep Hong Kong, for the most part, semi-autonomous or autonomous from mainland China, which now owns Hong Kong after it was turned over when the British left at the turn of the century. Now, I'm not going to get into that, but this is the actual backdrop for this because it's a very fascinating look into information and cyber warfare. And because what it appears to be, and this reporting is coming from Bloomberg, is that China has been using the social media platforms of both Facebook and Twitter to basically wage information warfare on the Hong Kong movement or revolution or whatever you want to call it. I am not, going to put terms on this. But Twitter basically said that it found and took down 936 accounts that originated within mainland China that were attempting to manipulate perspectives on the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong. Now, Facebook got a tip from Twitter that this was going on, and Facebook then said that it found similar Chinese government-backed operations on its social network with 5 fake accounts, 7 pages, and 3 groups. That's what they found thus far. And to quote Twitter on this from Bloomberg, quote, based on our intensive investigations, we have reliable evidence to support that this is a coordinated state-backed operation. Overall, these accounts were deliberately and specifically attempting to sow political discord in Hong Kong, including undermining the legitimacy and political positions of the protest movement on the ground. Facebook came to a very similar conclusion and said, and I quote, although the people behind this activity attempted to conceal their identities, our investigation found links to individuals associated with the Chinese government. This was according to a blog post that Facebook had out in the moment. Now, Twitter has said that it's going to stop accepting advertising from state-backed media worldwide right now after finding propaganda messages that Chinese-run media pay to promote on their site. That's Twitter. The ban does not affect taxpayer-funded or independently operated media outlets like, news organizations, and the one as the example is the BBC. So we're going to see where this goes, but what we have here is a very interesting case study of what Chinese intelligence is doing to essentially undermine a movement, basically within Hong Kong, which is essentially their borders and all of that. And I think that this is a very interesting situation to be seen because as we are looking worldwide in situations like this, this becomes a microcosm of an example of, let's say, a nationwide information campaign to sway voter totals in the United States, or let's say an information campaign that we've seen run not just by China, but by other countries in France and the UK and Italy and Germany and Finland and other Scandinavian countries, and in Africa and Asia and Australia and other places. I think that what we are seeing here is essentially the ability for a social media platform, for all the good that it can do to, let's say, get information from one protester to another. It also has the ability to poison information and sow discord and doubt very easily, especially when we're looking at places where we have more closed societies where social media platforms become the de facto source of news. Myanmar is a perfect example of this. With the persecutions that are going on there, Facebook is essentially news, and more people in Myanmar get their news from Facebook than any other source. Multiple studies have shown this. So when you start having a persecution of a minority group in there, and basically you have organizations and state-backed institutions that are therefore using Facebook as a news source to sow basically literally fake news, we have a serious problem that leads to violence and death. And so this will be a very interesting test to see what Facebook and Twitter do, especially into the run-up of other things like the 2020 election in the United States, as well as the Brexit woes that we have in the UK, the 5-star movement in Italy, and on and on and on. I've been tracking this quite a bit. I've written articles for Forbes on this. This is something that's not going away. So we're going to see where this goes, but as of right now, it looks like the flames of the Hong Kong protests are definitely being fueled by China to sow discord in an attempt to quash that movement. And so this could be potentially the new Tiananmen Square without all the tanks. We'll see. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube here. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.